Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Hi, everybody. Hi, Velvet. Love that hair. Hi, everybody. Thursday, people. Welcome to the show. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Have a seat, everybody. Thank you. Let's get started. Happy Thursday. We have such a fun show today. I can't wait. I just want to get started, and I'm going to get started by saying this. Say hello to Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning.
It's one of my favorite outfits, one of my favorite hairstyles. You look absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Well, thanks, Jay.
You look beautiful today.
I really do love that tie, too.
Oh, thank you. It's brand new.
It's very handsome.
You know, because people ask, where someone in the audience asks where we shop or we get. I love a good deal. I get the Nordstrom Rack, girl. Nordstrom Rack is where it's at. That's
all
right.
Over the rack.
Yeah. So they're all over the rack. Love the rack.
Yes.
Speaking of little things, I got to say thank you. I mentioned them yesterday. They're the Jason Show fan club on Facebook. Started in year one of our show, and they're the most dedicated group of people. They're so kind to the show. They're so supportive. They watch us when it's raining, sleeting, snowing, reruns. Fill and host. They support Kendall when she fills in. They're the nicest group of people. Well, Monday was my birthday, and the group, a big chunk of the fan club, it was their day. They came into the audience yesterday, and they brought me a present. Now watch this. I'm not going to be. Oh, there we go. I opened this up. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm a big nerd. Kendall and I. It's one of the things we have in common. We're both nerds. Look what the group got together and bought me a Swarovski crystal BB-8. Look at that, from Star Wars. That's a little crystal. Isn't that nice?
It's so cool.
It's so cute. I'm like, y'all don't need to spend your money on me. That's very sweet. So all of you that are watching in the group, I so appreciate it. This means so much to me, and I'm not going to put it on my desk because, when people come, people steal pencils, for heaven's sake. So I'm definitely not going to leave my crystal BB-8 here. I'm going to put it in my office at home. So thank you guys so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. So, Kendall, I got to tell you. So, do you ever go to the Starbucks? Do you ever go to the Starbucks? Okay.
Yeah, I've been to a Starbucks, yes.
Okay, so I go some mornings, and I love my Starbucks. I call it the Bucks of the Star. They're down here in Eden Prairie, and I'm there most days, especially when our executive producer Jeff's having a bad day. I want to get him a nice big cup of coffee. So yeah, so I go, so I pull up, and it's about 4:30 in the morning. Okay, now follow me here, and I pull up to and I go to Starbucks a lot, and I've loved them for years. So I pull up to the thing. May I
Yes.
do some theater?
Yeah.
So I'm pulling up. Okay, this is me, and I go, hi, first. Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get for you today? And I go, and I say, hi, I'll take a venti dark roast, a turkey bacon sandwich, and a venti cold brew with this cold foam. And then they repeat this back. They have to correct you if you don't speak proper Starbucks language. So this is what they do. They go, okay, we'll get that venti coffee. We'll get the reduced fat turkey bacon, egg-free, cage-free, white egg on special toast, and your cold foam, cold cream, and they repeat it back. If you don't do the proper Starbuckian vernacular, they correct you in the drive-thru. So today they do it every morning, and today the poor guy did it again, and I literally laughed out loud because in my ordering I left off reduced fat turkey bacon, and I just said I'll take the turkey bacon sandwich, and then he goes, "Do you mean the reduced fat turkey bacon sandwich?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean." But I've heard from baristas, because I love the service industry. I hate when people treat service industry people bad. I don't like that. But so I've heard I've heard that corporate is very strict about that they do that on purpose, or they get yelled at if there's like a secret shopper or something. Have you ever worked at one of those places?
Oh yeah, I worked for several different restaurants and bars in Minneapolis, and if they were one of the bigger ones that had, like Stella's Fish Cafe, they're part of a lot of different restaurant groups. And so it was like, if you didn't do certain things, you never knew if you were having a secret shopper, and you would get reduced points for things like this. You wouldn't get as good of shifts, or you'd get a talking to by the manager.
And you don't want that.
No, and so they probably feel so dumb too. I never remember what a venti is. I'm always like a medium. Yeah,
medium, and then I feel bad, and then the worst, we gotta go, but then I go to Caribou, and then I feel embarrassed if I accidentally say venti at Caribou.
Who says venti at Caribou?
It's nothing, it's a large, yeah. Speaking of beverages, grab yours. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go, everybody. I love you, Starbucks in Eden Prairie. It's now, first up, a Christmas classic is getting a fresh take thanks to Disney's acquisition of all of 20th Century Fox's movie library. Which one do I mean? Look at this.
I took a shower washing every body part with Hostless soap, including all my major crevices, including in between my toes and in my belly button, which I never did before but sort of enjoyed. I washed my hair with the Don't Formula shampoo and used cream rinse for that just wash shine. I can't seem to find my toothbrush, so I'll pick one up when I go out today. Other than that, I'm in good shape.
Yep. So the Mouse House announced that Home Alone is going to get remade. See, audience, you're with me on this. Now, we don't know who's going to play Kevin or when production's going to get started. We don't know any of those things. Teleprompter, can you come up? There you go. Disney also announced plans to remake Night at the Museum, Cheapered by the Dozen, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Now, in response, this is great though, this is great. In response to the news, the original Kevin, Macaulay Culkin, offered up what he thinks the reboot would look like. Look at this picture right there, that's it. That's the updated, that's the current Home Alone. And if you've been in a cave or maybe on another planet, for the last 30 years, Macaulay played Kevin in the original. We said this in the meeting. Look, I love that Disney Plus, I think, is going to be the first real competitor to Netflix. I do. They're spending billions of dollars. But as we were discussing in the meeting, why mess, even just because you have something doesn't mean you should tamper with it. And you put it really well, too. Tell them your analogy.
Oh, it's like a little kid that walks into a candy store and you're like, you can have anything. And they're like, brrr, and then they just throw up later.
Yeah.
Because they just have too much. That's what it feels like. They're just throwing up new movies that are old movies.
Yeah, just because you have the rights to Home Alone doesn't mean you should redo Home Alone. I mean, just, why do we need it? It's fine just the way it is. We were saying too, they already made 2 horrible sequels, and the one with Macaulay was all right.
Good.
Yeah, Lost in New York. Okay, Aaron, the Lost in New York was good. Okay, the other 2 was horrible. The Macaulay one was good.
The third one, the random one with the other kid, and it was like,
why are we having him?
Yeah.
Next in the dish, the Primetime Emmy Awards are coming to Fox next month, and and everyone's like, okay, well that's great. Why are you doing this story? Here's the deal, though. For the 4th time in history, it will go without a host. Now, this comes after the Oscars went without a host earlier this year and saw a ratings bump. The last time the Emmys went hostless was back in 2003. Producers say this will give them more time to honor TV's best series. That's such a PR answer, especially when popular shows like Game of Thrones, Veep, and Big Bang Theory ended their runs. Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be no more hosts for these award shows because all the networks, after years of ratings declines, they saw the success of the Oscars with no host, and now they're just going to get damn robots to host these things. That's, I don't know. I'm not fully behind this.
Really? I think if you just have a good person to do your opening monologue, we can just go hostless.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Or good presenters that are matched well.
Well, right. You need to have that too. But Jeff brought up a good point. Next time you're out, we're just going to go hostless too.
That's right. Yeah. By the way.
Whole audience members,
All we're going to do, the next time, and not that you do a spectacular job filling in, but the next time, we got to keep up with the trends.
Yeah.
So the next time I'm on vacation, all we're going to do is just run soundbite after soundbite after soundbite, and then that's it. Yeah.
I'll do an opening monologue.
Okay.
And then we'll do soundbite, and then I'll be like, hey, you in the front row, come over here. You get a pen. You get a cup. Now thank the people.
I think we should actually, I thought it would be a great idea. I think our ratings would be higher. Get a little monkey and just set the monkey here and feed him during the whole hour. I think that would be, you know what I mean?
I'd be down. I'll go get Lana from the other zoo, too. I'll get her the tiger, and we'll get the monkey over there, and we'll see who wins.
It'll be like Jack Hanna. Next in the dish, Woody Harrelson opened up to Esquire about his career, which includes 3 Oscar nominations. You always forget about that with Woody. He says, this shocked me. His biggest regret in his career is saying no to this movie.
Are you ready, Jim?
I'm ready.
I want to make sure you're ready, brother.
Here it is. Show me the money.
I took a long overflow, but still got a knot. Money! Jerry, does that make you feel good just to say that? Say it with me one time, Jerry.
Show you the money.
Oh, no, you can do better than that, Jerry. I want you to say it with you with meaning, brother. Hey, I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it.
No. Show you the money.
Show you the money. Show me the money. So here's the story. Woody turned down the lead in Jerry Maguire. He was going to be Jerry Maguire, which obviously went to Tom Cruise. He says he told one of the film's producers, quote, no one's going to watch a movie about an agent. The film, well, they did because the film brought in $270 million. Tom won the Golden Globe for Best Actor, and Cuba Gooding Jr. won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, and Cuba then delivered one of the best acceptance speeches in the history of the Oscars. That was so good, so good. I can picture Woody in that role. Like, look, now it's hard to picture anybody but Tom. I can picture Woody in that role, can't you?
You complete me.
Thanks. Oh, the audience. Okay. Oh,
they didn't feel that at all.
Kendall, I apologize. We were having a moment, and the audience booed me. I'm sorry. I just said, yeah. You can't see Woody? Do we have our backup audience ready? No, I get it, audience. I get it. I don't know. I like Woody.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they'll convince me in the break. We'll be right back. Big show today. Don't go anywhere. Back after this.
Our special guests today are the stars of the new movie, Dora the Explorer. They're live in our studio talking about bringing this animated sensation to life. By the way, Eva Longoria is in this too, and I love me some Gabby. Then Duluth Week continues. I have covered a lot of restaurants in my time, but I've never been presented with a spread like this. Find out how one restaurant began transforming an entire neighborhood in Duluth. We're headed to the OMC Smokehouse when we return.
And John Mayer has been giving me relationship advice.
He's had a few relationships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And he said if there's somebody that I like that's in the eye of the public, I should, when I'm doing interviews, say that I'm seeing that person, right? And then the media will do a side-by-side of us, and then the guy will see it, and then he'll be like, oh, she's kind of cute. I mean, I'm not hooking up with her, but I could hook up with her. And then, you know, there'll be some kind of interaction. He'll start thinking, I'll be like, the world will know that I like this person. I will know that I like this person. Then it'll be in his subconscious, and then he will attract me to him.
Who have you been seeing these days?
I've been seeing number 27 from the New York Yankees.
Really?
Yes, I've been seeing him.
What's his name?
His name is Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been seeing him.
Well, yeah, and I've seen pictures of the two of you together on The Late Show.
Yeah.
The two of you, I mean, they ran...
Yes. Tiffany Haddish on Colbert last night. I love her. I follow that logic. Put it out there in the universe, and then, you know, who knows? More hot dish for you this morning. Game of Thrones may be over. Sorry, Kendall. But the folks behind the show are cashing in. The Emmy-winning showrunners have inked a multi-year deal with Netflix. Everybody wanted them. For, and I don't know how they're going to live off this, $200 million. Yeah. Now, under the terms, Under the terms of the deal, David Benoff and Dan Weiss will create and develop new projects for the streaming giant. The two had been courted by Disney, Amazon, basically everybody in Hollywood before picking Netflix. They're also, the next thing they're going to be doing, I think it's the next thing, is they are the ones that are going to be doing a new trilogy of Star Wars movies. Now, Kendall, I turn to you, as Christina Aguilera once sang, because you were a Game of Thrones fan, and you did not like the last season, so now people are like, oh, you're going to put these two dudes who ran Game of Thrones into the ground in charge of something else. Are you that harsh, or... Okay, that answers that. But let me play devil's advocate. You know, everything is subjective. You know, entertainment is subjective. They still gave you 4 good seasons, even though you didn't like their creative decisions in the 5th season. You still liked them for 4 other years. So you know what I mean?
I feel like they have a lot to prove, which sounds like a lot because they made this massive show, right? But, I mean, they went along with storylines for a really long time. They had a great novelist who gave them this chunk to work with, right?
Okay, good point.
I'm more interested in seeing who else they'd get to write something, and then they can see the overall picture.
Because your point is that last season they went off, they went Sarah Palin, they went rogue. They went rogue, and it was their own stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like dragons marrying each other, and I mean, and then so you're wondering
what happened? Dragons married each other?
I don't know. I'm making it up. I didn't watch it. I don't watch that show.
Yes. So my point is that I think as an overall making a big thrilling thing like a Star Wars where someone else is writing things, they'll be great.
Yes. So they're great at guiding a plane already in the air. You're saying yes, okay.
Yeah, they're great at making the big
That's a horrible analogy,
picture.
but I'm just
Yes, it's landing us safely.
Thank you.
No, I'm not even going to say that.
No, don't say that. Yeah, anyway, let's move on. Next in the dish, the reboot of 90210. The reboot of 90210 debuted last night. Here's a little bit. Check this out.
Do you ever wonder what our lives would be like if we hadn't done that show?
Every single day.
People see me and they think I'm Kelly Taylor or I'm no one. They have no idea who I really am.
I know who you really are. You're Jenny Garth, the smart, fierce woman I went to work with every day for 10 years.
I wanted to like this, but it's just, I watched, it was just, my take is, it was just weird. It's kind of a meta mess a little bit because it's a show within a show, so they're playing themselves. Like Jason Priestley is a heightened version of Jason Priestley, and they're getting together to reboot the show. So it's a reboot about a reboot, but they're playing themselves. And the dialogue, I swear they got like a fired writer from Guiding Light or something, because it's really cheesy. Look, I made Wally smile, everybody. That's right. That's my one dude in the audience today. Can we crack open the minibar? Let's get Wally a cocktail or something. Yeah, let's get, yeah. But, you know what I mean? You didn't watch it, did you, Kendall? You have good taste. Yeah. Okay.
Did you say you have good taste?
You have good taste. I stopped myself because it is our network. Watch it on Fox.
I mean, I will
people
say,
liked it.
I think that a lot of people who really like 90210 were just very curious to see it and watch it. It's only going to be, I think, 6 episodes.
Yeah. And I'm going to give it another try. It wasn't horrible. It was just, I just couldn't understand it really. Still ahead, we're checking with Dax Holt about all the latest news out of Hollywood. And then, did we get Wally a cocktail? We sure did, yeah. And then 2 of the stars of the new Dora the Explorer movie, including Dora herself, will join us in studio. Wally, Kendall, and I will be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. There's Wally right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Yeah, that's Wally. Our half-hour hot dish continues this morning with our Insider to the Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, from his extra bedroom, please give it up for Dax Holt from Hollywood Pipeline.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Fancy extra bedroom that also dubs as an office, a studio.
That's right.
Soundstage.
I'm sorry, that's all of those things. Dax, are you sporting a new haircut, buddy? You're looking good there.
It got a little bit of a trim, nothing too crazy.
yeah,
I mean, it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, new
Hey,
gel
Dax.
stay.
Hey, Dax, just take the compliment, my friend. Take the compliment. Yes, there we go.
Thank you.
First up, Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin experiencing some drama in New York City earlier this week. What happened?
Yeah, so Tuesday afternoon, they leave the Jimmy Fallon show. They hop in their SUV. A driver takes off, allegedly doesn't come to a complete stop at a red light, and runs over a pedestrian's foot. So this is a 25-year-old woman. She's there with her son and the father of her kid. And the next thing you know, she's in an ambulance. Chris ends up getting out of the car. Dakota gets out of the car. Moses, Chris's 13-year-old son, is also with them. They all had to get out. But Chris did the good thing. He stopped. He checked on the woman, talked to the police officers, kind of gave them a rundown on what happened. Keep in mind, Chris is not at fault here. He had a driver. He was in their car, but I think that it was nice that he actually checked on the woman, made sure she was doing all right, and then they ended up switching cars and getting out of there.
Dax, I got to ask you, I'm so out of the loop with her. How long have those two been dating? Do you know? I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, they've been together, I want to say like a year and a half or something like that.
Wow, I need to pay more attention. Anyway, the Jonas Brothers doing some pre-concert relaxing in Miami, I hear.
I love these two. They just did that. We get them golfing, and they just look like a bunch of old men out on the golf course having a great day, smoking cigars, you know. But I love seeing how good someone is at golfing, because I feel that everyone's bad at golfing, right? Isn't that just kind of the thing? Everyone's bad. But there was one shot at this. I don't know if you guys have this up, but Joe at the end, he's getting out there, he's lining up. It looks like he's about to do this amazing swing, and he just biffs it. And you see the ball just basically roll down the green, and it made me laugh, because I'm like, see, they're normal. They have these amazing lives. They're rich. They're super famous, but they can't play golf.
I know. I got to tell you, golf is the one sport, Dax, as I get older, it's the one sport I wish I was good at. I do want to learn how to play golf. Do you play?
I think everyone wishes they were good at it. I'm horrible at it. So, like, my friends ask me, I'm like, you guys do not want me out there. We'll be in the rough more than we'll be on the green.
Yeah, I don't even know what in the rough means. But anyway, that's just an Aladdin reference to me. Dax Holt I think of Aladdin. Anyway, have a good week, buddy. Thank you. Follow Dax on social media. Just search for Dax Holt and Hollywood Pipeline as well. Still ahead, everybody. We're joined by the stars of Dora and the Lost City of Gold. That's right. Isabella Moner and Eugenio Derbez when we come back. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. That's up straight. Dora the Explorer has been a fixture in living rooms for the past Dora the Explorer has been a fixture in living rooms for the past 2 decades, and finally fans got their wish in the form of a live-action adaptation. If you haven't seen it, haven't seen the trailer, and I'm sure you have, here's a little bit of Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Take a look.
Are you sure you should be touching that?
What is that?
That does not sound like a good noise.
I don't think this is a jungle puzzle. This is Fukio. What the flip is a Fukio?
It's an ancient underground aqueduct. Inca engineers built some of the most elaborate irrigation systems ever devised. Water from above using gravity. Stop pulling levers, Randy! I'm trying to find the off switch!
The film hits theaters tomorrow and stars Eva Longoria, Michael Pena, and our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, take this better shot right here. Give it up for Dora here herself, Isabella Moner, and Eugenio Derbez, everybody. Hi.
Wow. That's
Welcome to the Twin Cities.
Thank you. That's what I call a crowd. Wow. When I walked in here, they were so clean. They ripped off my sleeve.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's over there. We'll have to get it from Wally. He took it over there. I was gonna say, yeah. What was it, Isabel? Let me start with you. What is it like? There's you play a role that's maybe a new character, but when you take on a role that is a part of a whole generation's childhood, did you feel that pressure, or did you let it get to you, or did you have to kind of forget about it?
You just don't think about it. You just don't. No, it was a wonderful experience because she was so beloved to me.
Yeah.
So I was a little skeptical myself, but when it came to me reading the script, I thought, oh my God, it's just so humorous and like self-aware, and I think it's really funny. And I thought I got so many ideas just from reading the script alone. I felt like I was like, I got this. Like I kind of know what I want to do with Dora. And then Eugenio came in and made it like this really authentic kind of representation of our culture, and he's producing it, so and he's in it. He plays this really, really funny guy who improvs all the time in his scenes, and it was just wonderful to be a part of this.
Did you know, as a producer, right away this is Dora?
Of course.
Yeah.
No, she's amazing. She's the perfect Dora.
Yeah.
Really.
Wait, did you see my audition tapes?
Yes.
It's so embarrassing.
No, but she's perfect. I mean, she nailed it. She was born almost same as Dora, as the cartoon. The cartoon is 19 years old and she's 18, so they're almost the same age. She grew up with the character, and she sings, she dances, she does.
You do it all.
She's amazing.
I talk.
You talk.
Got it all. I have hair.
You wear one sleeve.
I
That's
wear
right.
one sleeve.
Can we acknowledge too? Your nails are incredible.
Oh my God.
Every time you move, I can't stop staring. Where's yours?
I missed it. I know she.
How did you? Let me ask. How did you adapt this? How did you take the cartoon and make it? Because our producer Ted saw it and loved it, and Ted is not. I almost said an older man. He's not. He was gonna kill me. But Ted is a grown up, and he's like, I think this is the best compliment for a movie of the genre. He's like, I laughed my butt off. What was the challenge of bringing it to live action?
Well, the cartoon, the storyline of the cartoon is kind of simple.
Yeah.
So if you're afraid that you're gonna get bored if you go watch the movie, or if you take your kids, you're gonna get bored, it's completely wrong. I mean, the movie's amazing. It's fantastic. It has humor for everyone. So if you go with your kids, you're gonna have as much fun as them.
Isabella, what's the main plot for people that haven't seen the trailer?
Okay, so it's a whole movie. So basically, Dora is 10 years older. She's 16, and she's still in the jungle. And she dresses the exact same way, and she acts the same way, and she's still super energetic and exuberant and excited about life. And her parents are a little worried about that because she's never been outside of the jungle. So they send her to live with Diego. And Diego's already moved out of the jungle. He was like 5 or 6. After his show got canceled, he just moved. And then,
shamed into a life of the jungle, yeah.
And so he was in LA, and so she gets sent to go to high school. And it's really funny because all these kids are so socialized. They're on social media. They got iPhones, and Dora has none of that. She's got a backpack full of hiking gear.
Yeah.
And like, she talks to inanimate objects. And so that's the kind of funny dynamic that happens. And all of a sudden, she gets kidnapped by these mercenaries after her parents are after Parapata, and it's a whole thing. But she makes some friends along the way, but you also see all the beloved characters from the show, like Swiper, Boots.
The backpack, the map.
The backpack, the map, all the songs, there's dancing and singing. It's just a really positive, happy movie.
Ted loved it, and Ted is a very harsh critic.
Ted is a great name, so I trust him.
That's right, yes.
I trust him.
More with our friends when we come back, and how you can meet them today. That's right. We'll be right back. At Mall America.
All those that seek Parapata shall surely perish.
Okay, I am ready for my parents to come and get me now.
You have nothing to worry about. I promise. I mean, there's no need to overreact. Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it! And that was just an example of the dangers of overreacting.
You are so funny. You are so funny. We're back with the two of the stars of the new movie Dora and the Lost City of Gold. You are so funny. When we were doing research, I love in every piece, in every article that's written about you, you are always referred to as one of the most, if not the most, influential, this term is used, influential Hispanic actors in the world. Yeah. Pretty good title.
It's true. It's true.
I've been working for the Hispanics, for the Latinos for many, many years, for more than 25 years. I was born and raised in Mexico City, and I did my TV show for many, many years, and my show is been aired here in the U.S. through Univision. So, and now I'm doing the crossover. I just moved to LA 5 years ago, and I'm starting to act in English. So I'm...
Yeah, just an Overboard.
I did Overboard.
Yeah.
How to Be Latin Lover. That's a good one, too.
You're the most influential Hispanic actor. Wally is the most influential male in our audience. Right there, yes. Right there, there's Wally. Yeah.
Yay, Wally!
Is it true? There's Wally right there,
Woo!
yeah. Did you learn? Okay, we're laughing because you're like, I walked, I talked, I sang. Didn't you learned another language too for this, didn't you?
Yeah, I learned Quechua. It's like a dying language. It's one of the unwritten languages that the Incas had. And what's cool is like I learned the language specific to the region that we were supposedly, the movie was taking place in, even though we shot it in Australia.
Details.
Yeah, but it was so cool. Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag tax breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was amazing. I got to learn a lot about my culture because I'm half Peruvian, and I had to call some of my family members up on set just to get a translation.
Need a little help here.
Yeah, exactly. And they'd be like, I'm cooking, stop bothering me.
Yeah. I'm on a movie set.
Yep.
We're talking about, we're going to tell you just a little bit how you can meet them a little bit later today at the Mall of America. I always like to ask folks who come here for the first time your impression, because now we kind of take it for granted that the Mall of America is in our backyard. What was it like, the fact that we have a mall with an amusement park inside of it?
It's incredible. I was really, really impressed. I've never seen something like that in my entire life. I mean, the rides at the mall, inside the mall, are better than many amusement parks that are, I don't want to say the names, but they're huge.
Yes.
And these rides were better than them. I mean, right?
I love the SpongeBob one, the Airbender one, and then I like the Ninja Turtles one.
Those are my three favorites. Yeah.
They're good.
Are you ready for the response? I mean, I'm going to end how I began with the question. You are going to be Dora for a new generation of little boys and girls. Are you ready for that? Because action figures and lunchboxes and cereal boxes, and I don't even know if they do that anymore. But anyway, are you ready for that type of, I mean, no matter where you go, you're going to be at a grocery store just picking up some bananas, and some little girl's going to be like, you're Dora. Yeah.
I'm excited for the cute kids. Not excited for the weird men. I'm.
Okay. Can you just not leave? Could you just stay here forever? You are truly one of my favorite guests ever. I love how blunt you are. Strange men, don't come up to Isabella. Please don't. Yeah.
My dog, he's really cute, but if I give him the command, like.
Bloop. The guy is done.
No, he's really cute. He's got 3 legs.
He does?
Yeah, we lost one.
She adopted the dog in Australia.
Yeah, during Dora, he's like a real souvenir, a living, breathing
souvenir.
souvenir.
You adopted the dog from the set?
It's a real souvenir.
Well, not the set.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the jungle. Australia's not that weird.
Probably an alligator ate his
leg. Oh no.
Hey, no, don't say that! Because I'll get the emails! Anyway, okay, I sincerely do not want this to end, but it has to. Give it up, everybody, for Isabella and Eugenio. Dora the Explorer. Dora and the Lost City of Gold hits theaters tomorrow. And again, they are going to be at the Mall of America from 1 until 3 in the Rotunda. Now, if you heard about bracelets, those are sadly gone, but you can still go to the event. and get a wave. You can still go, but I would line up right now if I were you. Again, give it up for our guests. We'll be right back. Go ahead. It's a spread like you've never seen before. Duluth Week takes us to the OMC Smokehouse, and wait till you see this food. You'll see it when we return. Back after this. Thank you, guys. Welcome back, my friends. I loved them. Isabella is like my new favorite person. I love her so much. Yeah, she was so fun. Anyway, all this week we've been featuring stories from Duluth as part of our Summer and at the Shore series. And today, a restaurant that literally helped revitalize the Lincoln Park neighborhood of the city. OMC Smokehouse, which stands for Oink Moo Cluck, is known, I love that, is known for its delicious barbecue and more. And thank goodness I got a chance to try it out. Look at this. So here we are in the Lincoln Park neighborhood, and this is what's crazy about this area of Duluth. Look right over there. See all those businesses? There's about 3 or 4. None of those were here about 2 years ago. And the transformation in many ways started with this place, OMC Smokehouse, Oink Moo Cluck.
What you doing, Jason?
I'm eating some very trendy pork rinds. I'm still eating the pork rinds. The interview's supposed to start. What is it about the brisket that makes it so good, do you think?
Simplicity.
Really?
So, in my opinion, and you have to say my opinion in barbecue.
You go ahead and talk. I'm going to eat another pork rind.
Because everyone has an opinion, but in my opinion, I felt like Central Texas style brisket was my favorite, which is very simple, salt, pepper. We use a little bit of mustard and pickle juice as a glue to help it adhere, and smoke. We're using oak and maple for smoking with.
Because I think for amateurs like myself or someone watching at home, the type of wood matters to the flavor, does it not?
It does.
A considerable amount.
And I really enjoy the oak flavor of it as a little heavier smoke. With maple, that's a hardwood and a little bit lighter smoke.
Give me your top 5 sellers or the top 5 things that people tend to like.
So number 1 would be our sliced brisket.
Okay.
Hands down, we just sell
I'm waiting for that.
All day long.
I'm waiting for that.
It's not uncommon that we'll run out on a given night. Sliced brisket. Number 2 is our ribs. We do a St. Louis style rib. That's all dry rub. Bite off the bone, not fall off the bone rib. Our hot chicken sandwich, that spice that kind of hits you, and you should know what you're doing tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm going to be trying that, and I didn't have the heart to tell her I really don't like hot items, but I'm going to eat it.
We may have known that already too,
So the food has arrived. I was going to talk to Louie longer, but we had to cut that interview short, girl, because I am hungry. We've talked about the brisket. Here it is. Photographer Eric had to shoot for what seemed like 4 hours. It was really only 3.5 minutes. So we're gonna eat. Okay. I'm gonna eat some more. Okay. We're taking a break from, we're moving to catfish. I was gonna do a fish, but fish don't make noise. That is so good. I'm gonna do one more bite.
We have a homemade cheesy jalapeno grit, bacon blue cheese potato salad with chunks of blue cheese and bacon.
Next,
our OMC beans.
Louis, this is good. Oh, I gotta move around.
That looks pretty good to me.
What's so special about these fries, Louis?
So we take our brisket fat trimming and we grind it down. Then we render it.
Jeff, get out of it. I'm sorry. Jeff was trying to get. You grind it down.
We grind it down and render it. And then we fry our French fries in the beef fat.
They fry them in the beef fat.
We want you to hold this one till last.
Oh yeah, oh believe me. No, not at all.
You will enjoy that.
Great, yeah.
So we have a little bit of blue cheese here for you if you'd like to cool it down. So this is a buttermilk marinated chicken tender.
Okay.
That we hand dredge to order.
Okay.
Fry and then roll through our natural hot spice seasoning. So it's gonna be a good one for you.
I like how Louis is now giving the thumbs up to the camera, like he knows he's about to kill me. I love it.
It looks like they went a little light on this one.
Oh,
too,
whatever. So. Don't even.
It's not as heavy as I've seen in the past.
Okay, here we go.
It's got good flavor, too.
It's really hot. These are really good if I liked hot. Those are good. Oh. Do you have any milk?
And don't rub your eyes.
No. Rub your eyes. Okay. Let me just talk to you for a second. I know that I can be overdramatic. No, I know. But let me look right. You be quiet over there, Erica. Let me look right in the camera and tell you this. Those fries are some of the best fries I have ever put in this mouth. We sat there, we're just, the pork rinds and the fries, all the weight I have lost since March, I gained it all back that day. Yeah, seriously, it was, I just told the studio audience, and this is, again, no exaggeration, OMC Smokehouse is one of the best restaurants, taste-wise, that I have covered in almost 5 years of the show. You have to go when you're in Duluth. You will eat like a king, yeah. Woo! Just for those fries. Those hot chicken fingers, not so much, no. Anyway, tomorrow on the show, Kendall and I strap ourselves, look at this, in for a ride at wild ride at Spirit Mountain. This is actual video of, like, this camera strapped to my chest. Come along as we ride the rails of the Timber Twister, an alpine coaster that guarantees a great ride, and for me, lots of screams. That's right, that's tomorrow. We'll be back today to wrap things up right after this. Stay with us. You want to switch again? Switch one more time. You're good? Just one more time. There we go. You comfortable now? You want to switch one more time? You good?
No.
Kendall's back, everybody. We were just laughing. Like Isabella and Eugenio. Delightful, like sincerely, we had a great time. Kendall was like, were they really nice? I always tell you guys the truth. Yes, they were, but what was cracking us up was they had like 87,000 people with them, didn't they, audience?
And they all were like...
They had an entourage. It was like...
Next up.
Emma Thompson was here, and she had her daughter, and that was it. You know what I mean? And I was loving it. Anyway, well, you heard me rave about them for years. Now, some top female chefs from Minneapolis are getting some national love. I'm so proud of them. They deserve it. A new article in Vogue, that's right, Vogue, features the title, Meet the Women Behind Minneapolis's Food Revolution. The three chefs featured have all been on our show already, including Chef Jamie Malone from Grand Cafe, Christina Wynn from Hi Hi, and our dear, dear friend, Chef Ann Kim from Pizzeria Lola, Hello Pizza, and Young Joni. They're all featured, and rightfully so. Those three women have led, Gavin Kaysen as well, but they have led a revolution that has made us not fly over country for food destinations. People on the coast come here for their meals. So congratulations, ladies. Yeah. So we are gearing up. So we're wrapping up Duluth a week tomorrow, but then there's no rest. We are gearing up for the State Fair. A lot of you have been asking on our Facebook page, are we going to be live at the fair? Every weekday will we be live at the fair. I'm excited for us. This will be our first fair together. I know. I'm excited. No, I'm excited.
It will be fun.
I'm excited to share the fair with you.
I'm excited too.
Yeah,
We've gone my whole life. My family always goes for my mom's birthday, much to her chagrin. She's
Yeah.
like, okay, we'll go to the fair. But we have so much fun.
Yeah, good. We're going to share each other's favorite things with each other. Like, I'm curious. Everyone does the fair differently. I can't wait to discover your favorite things.
Yes.
And I can't wait to share my favorite things with you.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. So we want all of you to come see us. We'll be live at 10 a.m. Central at the Fox 9 Pavilion right by the Giant Slide. Come see us. My radio show will also be there. I'll be there. Lord, I will be there at the State Fairgrounds from 5 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day. So, yeah, it will be,
Bring him some food.
Yeah, bring me some food and vodka soda. Anyway, tomorrow on the show, the cooking mom is back. She has recipes for 2 delicious salads, perfect for late summer barbecues. Plus, we wrap up Duluth week with Kendall and I riding that timber twister. But right now, that is going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, I want you to go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks to Wally and this great audience. If you want to come see us, get tickets on our Facebook page. Just click tickets. It's free. Season 5 starts the day after Labor Day, too.